Hallo Leute, es geht weiter mit dem Begräbnis bei Martha is Dead. Im letzten Part waren wir auf der Suche nach nach den Ereignissen des Todes ihrer Schwester. Ja, aber wir haben noch nicht so wirklich einen Anhaltspunkt gefunden, woran jetzt die Martha wirklich gestorben ist oder die Martha. Sind angeschossen worden von der Wehrmacht, haben jetzt einen Verband hier um die Brust, sind angeschossen worden. Der Lapo, ihr
Looks like
Freund, ist
Mother has been
erschossen
here all
worden.
night with me. Or
Oder der ist auf
rather,
eine
with Martha.
Tretmine gelaufen.
She
Die
even
Beine
left
waren
her
auf jeden Fall
medication
weg.
behind. She can't live without that now.
Ja, und jetzt sind wir hier in unserem Bett aufgewacht. Ich denke mal, wir ziehen uns jetzt was an. Heute ist ein sonniger
The
Tag.
ceremony is today, so I need a suitable dress.
Das hier vielleicht. Was Schwarzes. Heute trägt sie was Schwarzes, ne?
I would like to spend a moment with my sister, just me and her alone, before people arrive for the funeral and then take her away.
Letzter Abschied. Also wir müssen...
No, my bag is not here. My diary. Lapo's letter.
Wir müssen jetzt ganz schnell...
How is she? How is my daughter? Please, doctor. Please give me good news.
It's a miracle she's alive, Eric, but she will be all right.
Können wir raus? Nein, noch nicht.
It's July 20th.
The bullet passed right by her heart and exited her chest. Unbelievably, it missed her lungs, spine, and heart. She could have been paralyzed or died. But thankfully, she's fine. I examined her thoroughly. She didn't even lose that much blood. She was lucky. And you were lucky, so to speak.
She was lucky that my wife went for a walk in the woods.
Otherwise, she would have bled to death, yes.
I don't know what to say. All of this. It's too much. So much death and suffering. Nothing more.
Don't worry, Eric. She's young, so she'll recover quickly. I'll be here all day anyway.
Thank you, doctor, for everything. Do you mind coming with me to pick my wife up from the cemetery? The funeral will start soon in the chapel.
Of course not. Lead the way.
You know, with all of these preparations for the funeral, Irina wants everything to be perfect. It's her way of coping, so she doesn't have to think about everything going on. She is a woman who has suffered so much. Maybe too much.
Jetzt raus.
There's my bag. Thank God.
Die Tasche.
Let's hope Lapo's letter is in there. Dear Julia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone, and I cannot reconcile myself to that fact. I have to stay hidden, and sadly I can't run to you, even if I would love nothing more than to hold you tight and cry together. No words. I just want to be close to you. Can we meet in the barn tonight? I will try my best to be there around midnight. Don't be alarmed, but if things get ugly, please remember this number, 6934. He knew he was in serious danger, but what about the letter? I had it in my hand when the soldiers ran off. Mummy found me, and if she's read it, well, she hates Lapo, and now she must know who I am. No, she probably would have left me there to die. She'd rather have no daughter than the wrong one. Before I passed out, I must have put it back in my bag. There is no other explanation.
Ich glaube... Nee, ich sage jetzt erstmal nichts. Ja, er wusste, dass sie das ist. Schon echt tragisch.
July 19th. I retrieved the cameras at the lake, but I had convinced myself that I was the one who had hurt Martha. So much so that when I had the rolls with me on the way home, I found myself in another horrible dream. I don't even remember going to sleep. As soon as I woke up, I developed the film. The photos confirmed to me that my memory of that night was correct. It was a great relief. I have decided to go back to the lake in an attempt to communicate with the White Lady. I know it's a crazy thought, but I can't get it out of my head. I need to know what happened to Martha, so I must pursue every possible avenue, even the path of insanity.
Violence against citizens continues in La Romola, and once again General K's family has come under fire. Now it is the life of her sister, Martha, that is in danger. The blow from the gunshot in her back could have killed her. It is only by the grace of God that the girl is alive. The anti-fascist political motive appears to be the only reason behind the cowardly act. The New Zealand troops are advancing slowly. After the Battle of Poggibonsi, on the 18th, they are still far from the Tavernelli Val di Pisa. The German resistance on the Tuscan hills has been exhausting for the invaders.
Yeah.
When it's not too sunny outside, the 200 ISO film works well. General Edict K. New rules on curfew and women's behaviour. German command of S. Vincenzo Attori. Telephone number 1185. The radio needs to be kept on at all times these days. It can save your life knowing things on time, especially before they happen.
Gibt's hier oben was Neues? Tarotkarten.
Here are my cards. Nanny and I always used to play with them. She would predict my future and I pretended to predict hers. The future was always good for everyone. Maybe when she read them, she saw my true future, which she hid from me. Or more likely, these cards are actually just a stupid game to reassure and deceive oneself with. But deceiving oneself is sometimes necessary. How can we live happily otherwise?
Okay, können wir runter. Sie will sich ja noch von ihrer Schwester verabschieden. Oh, was ist hier?
Dad loves these prints of Florence. I find them a bit sad.
Oh, das Zimmer. Nee, Zimmer. Ich habe gedacht, das Zimmer wäre offen.
Attempted murder in La Romola. After the murder of Julia Kay, today her twin sister is the victim of another attempted murder. The condition of the young girl, found by the German troops, is no cause for concern. The political motive behind this is becoming all the more clear. But that's not what happened. It's all wrong. Mummy was the one who found me. The German soldiers shot me. Best to stay quiet. No one ever believes the truth. The Battle of Tuscany. German operations in the Livorno area. Extremely violent fighting in the streets of the city. New ordinance ban on the use of bicycles. Over the last few days, cyclists have once again shot at members of the Italian armed forces and at civilians in the streets. The offenders will be punished in accordance with German martial law.
Eine Fahrräder fahren, okay.
Even in Florence, the war is beginning to be felt. Supplies are starting to run out. Bread may only last a few more days. Prices are rising dramatically. Meat can now be found for 100 to 140 lira per kilo. The gas has been cut and there is no coal.
Okay.
I should pick up the phone but remain silent. If I let the caller speak first, I'll find out who it is.
Martha ist nicht. Das war der Esstisch. Okay.
Hello? Mum? Can you hear me? Is there somebody there? Mr. Eric?
It's the nanny. I can confide in her. Nanny? Hello, it's me.
What? Hello? Oh, my lord. I must be dreaming or something.
No, Nanny, you're not dreaming. It's really me, it's Julia.
Oh, my God. Julia, my little sparrow. How wonderful. Sorry, but I thought you were dead. I saw you lying there dead. This brings me so much joy that... Actually, you must explain to me, my little sparrow. What is happening?
I told Nanny everything that had happened. She was sad for Martha, of course, but very happy at the same time. I was the one she had a special bond with. I explained to her that I wanted to try and meet the White Lady, even if I knew it was a silly idea. But she didn't think I was a fool. Quite the opposite. She explained to me what I should do in an attempt to meet her. It was complicated. I noted everything down carefully in my diary. Who knows, maybe she did it only to keep me occupied, while deciding what to do with me and who to warn. I won't ever know, though, because that very same day, a bomb struck the villa and she died. They all died.
Nein.
We should have been in that house ourselves, but instead, poor Nanny. Bye, Nanny. I love you.
Goodbye, my darling. I thought I'd lost you. Be careful, my little sparrow.
Ab sofort kannst du das Telefon benutzen. Hm. Okay.
What am I going to ask at the town hall?
Gucken wir mal, deutsches Kommando anrufen. 1185.
I have no reason to call Daddy's command.
Warte mal. Welche Nummer war das?
Dear Julia, Are you
6934.
surprised that I've...
6, 9, 3, 4.
peace, fair comrade.
Yes, Lapo is dead. I am due.
No, don't talk. We don't need to know who you are. By calling this number, it means Lapo wanted you to complete his work. A telephone cable near the house of German General Erich K. has to be cut. One goes to the house, but there's another cable we suspect is connected to a secret base. That is the one that has to be cut. If you see any German vehicles around, let us know immediately. We won't use this number anymore. It's dangerous. Use a telegraph. That will be safer. I hope you know how to use them. Otherwise, you'll have to come up with something. This is important. Frequency X. Before the message, telegraph town on fire to identify yourself. Long live the homeland.
dich zu
Long live the
infizieren.
liberation.
Should I sabotage the cable and
Die
become a
Stadt
spy? I
brennt.
don't know. My father is German. It would be like betraying him even though he himself hates this war. But what happened to Lapo and those guys? If I can save someone's life, maybe I should try. Or maybe I can talk to Daddy about it. He may be able to advise me on what to do. I don't even know the first thing about all this. What were you thinking, Lapo? Martha was taken to the chapel for her funeral. I want to say goodbye to her alone before everyone arrives.
Ich würde meinen Vater schon gerne einweihen, ne? Weil er liebt uns ja. Ich glaube, ich
I
tendiere zu
decided to
Papa.
tell my father everything. I loved him very much, so I couldn't do such a thing in secret. I didn't understand anything about these things. I would have acted without knowing what I was doing. Daddy told me to agree to their requests and report everything back to him. He implored me not to get myself into any trouble, like all fathers do. To cut the cable, I will need sharp scissors. Tailor scissors should be fine.
Ich habe die Schere doch schon. Ja.
Now I know what must be done to meet the lady. Nanny has explained everything to me. I must try to meet her early in the morning when it is foggy, or all will have been in vain. That's what the legend says. This is what I need to do. 1. I must re-invoke her loss by putting her into contact with her lover. To do this, Nanny said to look for his grave in the woods, but there are so many. Daddy always said that infrared photos can see what the naked eye cannot. Maybe then they also see ghosts. There wouldn't be anything strange about that now, considering I'm trying to contact one after all. How crazy. 2. A part of me needs to enter her world. A lock of hair would work, so I'll need scissors to cut some off. 3. I will need an object that connects her world to mine. I don't know what to do for this yet. Hopefully something will come to mind when I least expect it. 4. To communicate with her, I will need to use my tarot cards. I will meet with the lady on the island where her lover was executed.
Zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, sieben, acht. Haben wir die 8? Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs.
I have to see beyond appearances. There are those who betray me and speak ill of me, but someone will know how to give me the right advice.
Okay. Jetzt ist die Leichenhalle, die Kirche offen. Kann ich nochmal Abschied nehmen? Ah, der Rabe, genau, mit dem Spatz.
Poor little one. He's dead. Poor little guy. His place is by Martha's side. Nanny always calls me Little Sparrow. This is the part of me that died with Martha. It'll be safe next to her.
Sieht die immer noch so frisch aus? Also nach 4 Tagen. Ich bitte euch. Wo soll ich den hin tun?
Here, Martha. This is my heart. Carry it with you. I'm starting to understand how painful your condition must have been. Not being able to properly communicate with anyone is becoming increasingly difficult. I envied you, but I did not see your suffering. I did not understand your courage. I miss you so much, Martha. I'm not worthy to dress in your clothes. Commune of San Casciano, Province of Florence. Death certificate. From the Register of Death Certificates of this commune, number 174, part 3, series 12 of the year 1944. It is certified that on the day of the 16th of July of the year 1944, Julia Kay has died, resident of Via Perchabaya, born in La Romola. On the 26th of February 1923, the daughter of General Erich Kay and Irene Kay, Don Attilio D. will give the funeral, and the esteemed Mr. Alberto M., who will look after the burial in the cemetery of La Romola. Telephone number 6537. The official state civil service. General Galeazzo T.
6537, vielleicht sollten wir da mal anrufen.
Holy water. It's only water, and yet there's something special about it.
Sechs fünf drei sieben. Okay, also da müssen wir bald
That
anrufen.
raven is making a big fuss.
Der Rabe.
Maybe it's the same raven that killed that poor sparrow. I hate bullying, yet it seemed as if the raven wanted to bring the little bird back to life.
Mama. Hä? Was ist 5637 oder 6537? Na? 6537. Doch, schon richtig. Okay. Six. 5.
Maybe only so it can kill it again.
3. 7. 7.
Who is it?
Hello, it's Irene Kay.
Yeah? Yeah, and what do you want from me?
I'm sorry to disturb you. I just wanted to know if I can come over to see you later today or tomorrow.
Of course not. Do not come looking for me anymore. Stop bothering me, you bitch.
What?
You must be going crazy. I don't believe for 1 second that Mummy would let him treat her this way. Sheer madness.
6978. 6978. Ja.
Cabignari headquarters for the officers of San Casciano. How can I help?
Hi, I was hoping to hear whether there has been any development on the investigation into the murder of Julia Kay.
Wait a moment, please. Who's calling?
I am Irene Kay, Julia Kay's mother.
Mrs. Kay, forgive me. I didn't recognise your voice. Unfortunately, I don't have any real news. We are following up on some suspects. We assume we're with the boy who was killed in the woods outside your house. They seem to be planning something else. But your husband is probably the best person to ask about that.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, madam.
Sechs, 9, 3, 8.
I have nothing to say to Don Attilio at the moment. Before speaking with him, I have to get a few things straight.
Kurzwarengeschäft, der Rabe. Finde den Raben. Ich muss den Raben finden. Die Kommunikationsanleitung. Muss ich dazu vielleicht hoch? Wo ist der Rabe? Ist der in meinem Zimmer? Ist irgendwo? Vielleicht hoch? Nee. Noch nicht. Okay, also hier müssen wir nicht suchen. Gucken wir mal draußen. Der Rabe. Geht leiser hier hinten, also doch oben vorne. Ach da, hockt er doch. Was ist da?
A dress. It's made from the same fabric I found a shred of next to the lake. In fact, it is torn. It must be my mother's. My goodness. I started to suspect that Mummy could have been involved in Martha's murder. Lost in these thoughts, hours passed, and I completely forgot about the funeral. When I realized it was evening, they were already carrying the coffin towards the cemetery. She never loved me, I knew that well, but I would never have believed that. Had it been her? I struggled to believe it, but it made so much sense. At the lake, she must have thought Martha was me because she was convinced that I was dead. When the funeral ended, I felt an irresistible urge to play. I loved music. I started playing without thinking about the possible consequences. I didn't care anymore. I needed to feel alive, to exist again.
What's going on here? Julia? Is that you? No, it's not possible. Martha's never played. She's deaf, yet no. This is madness. My God. So, Martha? I understand now. You can get all of the attention, right? You were jealous, weren't you? Because she was a wonderful girl and you're just a useless little slut. How did you manage to convince her? I get it now. But she talked to me. No, it doesn't make sense. I will have you locked up in an asylum. You hear? That's enough. You will pay for what you've done, you cursed lunatic. They will torture you to reveal the monsters in your head.
Her words were as sharp as blades. I tried to tell her that it wasn't me. I showed her the photos I developed that proved my innocence. But she grew all the more angry, calling me crazy, and then she began to hit me with everything she had at hand. I closed my eyes as more darkness began to take over in me. Memories came flooding back. Not memories of actual past events, but more so of feelings. Feelings I had when I was little. They were scary. They were the fears of a little girl. Despite what had happened, I went walking in the woods early the next morning to meet the lady. The evening before, my father had tried desperately to console me.
Talk to me, Julia. You know I love you. I just want to understand what happened. I am happy you are alive. Even if we have lost Mother, your mother was just in shock. She didn't want to hurt you.
Die weiße Frau, 5 Tage nach Marthas Tod.
I'm going to make it. It will all change eventually. But luck will not be my ally and everything will be very difficult.
Ah, ich muss dahinter. Okay.
I don't know what I'm hoping to find, but what else can I do? I will hopefully see if one of these graves is hiding something. I hope that the infrared film will show me.
Dann mal. Hallo? Vielleicht von hier. Scharf, aber zu dunkel. Erforderliche Erweiterung. Ja, habe ich doch alles. Ja. Ich habe den Standfuß und alles mitgenommen letztens. Das Stativ. Sehe ich nicht. Muss ich noch mal... Warte mal. Das ist hier. Das ist doch vom Friedhof. Kommunikationsleitung. Muss ich noch mal in den Keller? Hier mal kurz in die Dunkelkammer zu kommen. Vielleicht finde ich da ja was. Ja. Okay.
When I was little, these barrels seemed enormous. I thought I could live inside one. The puppets I used to play with were made here.
Ja.
I never knew that when I was a child. They
Sehe
always
nix.
told me that a fairy brought them. I didn't really believe them, but it was nice to think that.
Ja, nimm das Feuerzeug. Nimmt sie nicht. Man sieht gar nichts.
The yellow filter. If it were to snow, it would be perfect. The green filter. Useful for landscapes.
Wo haben wir das Stativ? Warte mal, ich mache das so. Ich habe das auch ein bisschen dunkler gemacht. Wo waren die Helligkeit nochmal? Hier. Wo ist das Stativ? Oder brauche ich das jetzt noch gar nicht? Gehen wir erstmal zum See.
Oh no, the fence has been destroyed. Could it have been wolves?
What? Alles gut, ja. Oh, warte, da hängt ein Brief. Ein Brief hängt da.
Nazi fascists at the stake. What? Who could have done this? What did these poor creatures have to do with anything?
Okay.
The box is empty. The telegraph would have been installed nearby.
Wir sind hinterm Haus. Das ist zu. Okay. Fahrrad.
My bike. The wheel is deflated as usual. A bicycle pump will solve this.
Hallo?
The German tank! I have to report its location via the telegraph hidden near the cowshed. Daddy probably asked for a garrison after all that has happened. I should report its location via telegraph.
Sonst sehe ich nichts mehr. Und jetzt? Ah,
This wire heads towards the house and then keeps going, so it must be the right one. Now all that remains is to go to the telegraph near the barns.
also muss ich dahin, was ich jetzt gefunden habe. Okay.
Telegraph must be hidden in one of these fields. The generator. It's very important these days as the power goes out often. They moved it here from our house. I have to start every message with the code word. I saw the tank on the road, and the road is near the house. I guess I have to communicate something like that.
Funktioniert denn das? Geht da schon irgendwas? Kann die da irgendwas machen? Tut die irgendwas? Nee, ah. Was hat er jetzt gemacht? Ach, ich muss. Ach so. Oh, was war denn das? Wälderflagge, Ende Licht. Klebt auf die Wörter, du das. Ende Licht. Okay. Irgendwas mit brennende Vögel oder was war denn das nochmal? Warte mal, kann ich das irgendwo nachlesen? Ja. Kann ich das irgendwo nachlesen? Hier. Da, Zeitung. Kann ich nicht mehr die Kommunikation, was er zu mir gesagt hat. Oh, was war denn das? Town on fire. Stadt brennt.
I have to start every message with the code word. I saw the tank on the road, and the road is near the house. I guess I have to communicate something like that.
Okay. Die Stadt brennt. Town is on fire. Aber wie mache ich die? Stadt brennt.
I'll add over at the end to make it clear that I have finished.
Ende.
I'll add over at the end to make it clear that I have finished.
Hä? Haus geschlossen. Panzer richtig weg. Ende. Klicke auf die Wörter, um die empfehlende Nachricht zu entschlüsseln. Ach du Scheiße. Woher weiß ich jetzt drei Langstrich? Woher weiß ich das jetzt? Was bedeutet? Hä? Gleich. Was ist Punkt? Und ein Punkt vor allem. 3 Punkte. Ne. Nein. Check ich nicht. Stich. Folge den Punkten oder Strichen, um den richtigen Buchstaben zu erhalten. 2. Und wo ist ein Punkt? Ein kurzer. Das check ich nicht. Wird es denn grün angezeigt? Vielleicht. Plus Gebäude, Versteck, Dokument, Haus, Kommunikation, Bestätigung, Panzer, richtig, Felder, Flagge, Waffen, nahe, finden, aufbrechen, Warte, Mast, Punkt, Punkt, Punkt. S. N. Strich. S. S. Ein Punkt. S ein Punkt. Ein Strich. Das ist die. Zwei Punkte. SF. S. Abwehren. Punkt. L. Nee. Doch. L. Punkt, Punkt. Leitung. Strich, 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 Strich. Strich, Strich. Katze. L. Oh Gott. Punkt, Strich, Punkt, Punkt, Strich. C müsste das sein. Aufbrechen. Punkt, Strich, Punkt, Punkt, Strich. Punkt, Strich, Punkt. 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 F. Was habe ich jetzt gesagt? E. Oh, wo ist die E? E. D. F. Gebäude. Punkt. N. N. G. L. N. G. F, I, U, 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 F. Fluss. Ende.
No, something's wrong. Better try again.
Was? Ich muss jetzt von vorne? Echt jetzt? Erhalten. Die wird erhalten, 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 erhalten. Erhalten. Bedarf. Abwehren. Leitung. Karte. Aufbrechen. Nahe. Gebäude. Neben. Fluss. Ende.
They are asking me to find a map of the defensive line. There is one in my father's study.
Okay, das hat er gesagt. Papa Studio. Da muss ich ein Foto machen. Ein Foto der Karte. Ne? Komm nicht rein. Super. Alles zu. Der Karte. Ich muss ein Foto der Karte in Papas Studio machen und es an den vereinbarten Ort bringen. Ah. Ich jetzt da rein? Sonst ist nichts markiert, ne? Nee. Weiß ich auch nicht. Komm nicht hoch. Ich komme nicht hoch. Und was mache ich jetzt? Mann. Na gut, wir beenden den Part. Bis dahin, macht's gut. Bye, bye. Bis zum nächsten Mal.